History often does not shout. Sometimes it whispers. And when it whispers, it asks questions that are louder than any declaration, not through grand events or celebrated battles, but in the silences, the omissions, the texts left aside, the knowledge quietly preserved away from the eyes of the world. It is here, in these hidden spaces, that the deepest mysteries of faith and human understanding emerge. For centuries, billions have turned to the Bible as the foundation of truth. It has shaped civilizations, inspired movements, and guided countless lives. Yet beneath that familiar surface lies a shadow. Texts that were preserved elsewhere, texts that tell a story the world has almost forgotten. The Ethiopian Bible, a collection untouched by later councils, undiminished by standardization, a canon that holds the forbidden, the forgotten, the extraordinary. Before we delve deeper, pause. Imagine yourself walking the highlands of Ethiopia, ancient scrolls in hand, a mist rolling across centuries of preserved truth. If the pursuit of hidden knowledge calls to you, engage with this journey. Subscribe, share, and step beyond what is merely known. Now let us enter the world where Scripture refuses to be simple. Many assume the Bible is universal, complete, final. One story, one collection, accepted everywhere. History tells a different tale. In the earliest centuries of Christianity, there was no global consensus. Communities in distant lands preserved texts meaningful to their culture, their understanding of God, their experience of the divine. Some texts spread widely, others were quietly safeguarded. Over time, some traditions narrowed their canon, others preserved a broader vision. Ethiopia followed the latter path. Amid soaring mountains and isolated monasteries, scribes and scholars preserved sacred writings spanning the oldest periods of biblical history. Where empires and councils elsewhere removed or reshaped texts, Ethiopia retained. Where other traditions standardized, Ethiopia preserved diversity. This was not rebellion, it was devotion, preservation in the truest sense. The Ethiopian Bible is a living window into a world that almost faded from memory. Within its pages lie texts that pulse with life, intensity, and disquiet. The Book of Enoch opens a universe where angels descend, boundaries blur, and the consequences of divine rebellion ripple through creation itself. It tells of watchers entrusted with cosmic responsibility who faltered. It describes forbidden knowledge, a world unraveling before the flood, and the weight of choices that echo through eternity. This is not allegory. It is vision, a warning etched in the stars of antiquity. The Book of Jubilees revisits Genesis with precision, revealing a structure and rhythm in creation and history. Time is measured, events intentional, divine order palpable. What appears chaotic in familiar scripture gains a profound sense of purpose here. The books of Maccabean, often misunderstood, shift focus inward. They confront the human heart, moral endurance, and the tension between compromise and fidelity. They remind us that battles are not only external. The fiercest conflicts are often unseen, fought within conscience and character. These texts are not hidden, they are alive. They simply reside where the mainstream tradition rarely looks. Why were these writings preserved here and not elsewhere? The answer is not simple. It is not rejection, nor malice, nor error. It is history's complexity. Early Christian communities made decisions about authority, relevance, and tradition. Manuscripts, usage, and theology shaped canon formation. In some regions, texts were excluded. In Ethiopia, they were preserved. This is not a tale of suppression. It is a tale of divergence, of continuity, of devotion to what was entrusted. The Ethiopian Bible does not offer lost knowledge. It offers continuity, a living memory of what others allowed to slip away. These books do more than supplement familiar scripture. They reveal a worldview. In Enoch, the spiritual and physical are inseparable. Actions reverberate beyond sight. Rebellion reshapes worlds. In Jubilees, time and history are ordered, purpose hidden in the rhythm of events. In Maccabean, moral conviction and internal struggle define the human experience. They challenge us to reflect on justice, corruption, unseen forces, and personal accountability. They are mirrors to the present age, centuries before modern dilemmas, yet speaking directly to them. We live amidst endless information, yet understanding is scarce. Ancient texts are accessible, yet rarely explored in depth. The Ethiopian Bible offers a challenge: to look beyond the familiar, to consider that what was preserved elsewhere may illuminate truths we think we know. It does not ask blind acceptance. It asks for engagement, reflection, curiosity, and perhaps most powerfully, humility before history and revelation. Those who step into this canon discover more than stories. They discover perspective, nuance, and the enduring presence of truth. The history of Scripture is not defined solely by what was widely accepted. It is also defined by what was faithfully preserved, even in silence. The Ethiopian Bible is not an anomaly. It is proof that devotion can transcend time and boundaries, that the voices nearly forgotten still echo, and the knowledge nearly lost still speaks. Perhaps the greatest question is not whether these books were left out. It is whether we are willing to see what has been quietly waiting for centuries. The journey does not end here, it begins. Thank you for taking this journey. May it leave you thoughtful, curious, and open to the depth and beauty of the questions that never go away. If this exploration inspired your curiosity and deepened your appreciation for sacred history, please consider supporting our channel by subscribing and sharing this video with others who seek meaningful spiritual knowledge. Your engagement allows us to continue uncovering remarkable historical narratives and inspiring teachings from ancient traditions.